They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Allen and Knox teaming up there for a Buffalo first down. Looking to throw. Allen going right back to Knox, and again a completion. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5.
At the 32-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's got another first. Tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They'll try the right side with Harris. 5 yards, a good run there, now 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Hines is in. Touchdown, Bills. It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Next to score, Bills 7, Bengals nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. You look at this Buffalo defense, they're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game, because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he is score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From midfield now, Burrow. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the second. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. As they've got it with a third down and long coming up.
11, Thomas. 11.
Now it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a second and 2. Allen now looks to throw. Quick toss to Knox. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
Let's go.
Throwing now is Allen. It's brought in by Harris. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there at 22.
And the Bills first down.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Hines. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
To the air, Allen sliding out of the pocket. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And Mixon going to have the Bengals first down as he gets this up past the 40.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mixon running wide side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Brings up
11.
At the 41-yard line.
Stop.
Now it's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Gun.
3rd down and 1.
11. Stop.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
11 MT tape.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Irv Smith Jr., a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Allen. And his throw is incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
56. Here we go.
Allen Allen to throw once more. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Allen. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Now Allen again. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11.
They go play action with Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Taron Johnson able to pick it. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Allen going to throw. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bills take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they kept that offense in check the entire game. And I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. So after the INT, it's Allen. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Buffalo.
And again, it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Alert!
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
52. Stop. 56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time.
11.
And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. A lot of ground left to make up. Obviously a lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Back now in Cincinnati.
Here we go.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now it's Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And Burrow going to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food, because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender?
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Flush to his right. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Throwing now is Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Damian Harris hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard
Here we go.
line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11 mighty.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 2.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Burrow will throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
11 Thomas. 11 MT.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Stop.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This goes out wide for Mixon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40.
39-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So Allen's going to look to throw. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. He's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
11 Thomas.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got to go score. Let's go.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On one, ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11 Mighty. 11 Thomas.
Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Higgins. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as...
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got them excited to meet me.